Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Caitlin. We're in such a different atmosphere.
We are.
Miss Caitlin from Remax.
Yes, and Miss Lisa from Global State Mortgage. Yes. We are in this lovely home. It's a listing that I have at 3118 Almond Road in Ames. Just, perfect setting here to have our little fireside chat.
Fireside chat.
Yeah, it's almost cool enough to have the
It is. It kind of
fireplace
chilly
on.
out there.
It is, yes. So we'll have to do this quick because apparently I'm wanted by federal authorities.
Caitlin.
I am.
And you're on live video.
I'm
They're
on
gonna
live video.
Find you.
I know. Well, they already have my phone number, so they were tracking me down that way. Yeah.
Oh, did you get one of the fun phone calls?
I did. I got a phone call, and I get so many random phone calls,
Yes.
and when they have kind of a random location, I just let them go to voicemail. I figure if they go to voicemail, then they actually want to talk to me.
Right.
And but yeah, this one left a voicemail message. Of course, the message started before the beep kind of thing, so it's in the middle of it. Yeah, but apparently there's a federal warrant out for me.
Oh.
Yeah, and so this is our last attempt to contact you. I'm thinking, no, they haven't heard from me before.
Right. Last attempt.
Last attempt. And then I'm supposed to call them back.
Oh.
So I'm not familiar with federal warrants, but usually they don't ask you to call them back.
Right, yeah. You're
Yeah.
wanted. We're going to pick you up. Could you let us know where you're at?
Yeah.
And we'll come get you.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't really look that good in orange. So,
No.
I'm hoping.
We don't need you on the orange and black.
No. I'm hoping, they have some more stylish, things in federal prison. I don't know what the deal is. So apparently I'm
Give me a
wanted.
nice print.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Great.
So this home is great, and it sits in a beautiful neighborhood here in North Ames called Northridge.
Northridge, yeah. But actually, we were just commenting on the back and the bike pathway or the walking pathway and the cute little bridge that's over there. And
It
so
is.
when you have something like that, does the city take care of that?
No, the neighborhood does.
Oh.
Yeah, so Northridge, like similar neighborhoods like this, it's not a planned unit development like a townhome is, but the neighborhood does take on the responsibility of kind of taking care of the walking paths. There's a lot of green space out here. When you come into the neighborhood, come down the street before you get to Almond, there's this big green space down there. So that has to be mowed. City doesn't do that, the neighborhood does. And so,
So they don't just take turns.
take turns, yes. This neighbor this week, this neighbor that week, this neighbor this week, and this neighbor's like, nah, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm out.
So, but it does kind of make a nice cohesive neighborhood because you've got these walking paths and these little ponds in here. So there is some maintenance that's involved. So the neighborhood kind of collectively comes together and takes care of that. So in this case, it's $125 a year.
Okay, so if I were to come buy
Right.
this house on Almond,
Exactly.
it would be part of my purchase contract.
Right,
That I
it
would
would.
be notified that.
Yeah, you have to, because the neighborhood does actually have, which I love now, a lot of the neighborhoods now have websites for the information about the neighborhood and covenants and what you can and cannot do, and really about what that dues takes care of. So, so I would notate that in the purchase that you understand that there's $125 per year.
Oh,
Yeah.
And you tell you who you pay that to, and then.
Yep, exactly.
And then do they have somebody who takes care of? So they're collecting the $125.
Yes.
Is there a?
There's they do have the neighborhood, the owner or the homeowners kind of run their own association. So it's I'm elected people within the neighborhood, and they probably have
Like a meeting and
a meeting, and they talk about different things.
So kind of so when you have a townhome, we know you're in a PUD or a planned unit development,
right,
or a condo association. So it's similar to that, except it's obviously a lower cost because it's yearly, not monthly.
Right, this is $10 a month.
Right.
So that there at a townhome it'd be $125 per year, and then it's taking care of your lawn, your particular lawn, and your snow removal and siding and roof maintenance. So this is a lot different than that. So it's more of a collective, keep the neighborhood nice and improve our amenities. It's not maintenance on your particular home.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you said that there's some areas where you live that you just sort of
we have a volunteer one. Right. So typically covenants, unless they're renewed, expire after 25 years. So my neighborhood was developed in the late 80s. Okay. And so we have a front entry boulevard in our neighborhood that the neighborhood collectively maintains. About 25 years ago, the neighborhood, because it's like, you know, when you enter, there's a median and it's all planted and all that kind of stuff. It's nice, yeah. Well, they neighborhood at that time decided to put in an irrigation system so it's can be watered and maintained nicely. So that's an expense we have every year for the water, and then we do, you know, primarily is the maintenance for that median. So and it's $50 a year, and yeah.
So that's nice. But it's good to know. So if you're buying something, you either know, you wonder how does that get maintained? Oh, that's pretty. How does that happen?
Yes, exactly.
Am I going to have to volunteer?
Yes.
Or that you do have an expense sometimes.
You have a little bit of an expense, right?
To keep it, but if everybody pitches in.
Yeah, and it just keeps, it's nice, it makes the neighborhood kind of cohesive, and yeah, adds to your quality of life, I think.
Quality of life. Now, if you are to buy something in the country, like where I'm at, we have none of that.
Yeah.
It's all on you.
It is. So you have to have 2 sons.
Right.
That can get on that.
Get on those mowers.
Yeah, and go do that. So,
pull some weeds.
But if you're a city kid like me, you know, you either hire somebody to do your lawn. Yeah, so that's how that goes. But yeah, so if you have any questions about this lovely home at 3118 Almond Road, 3,700 square feet finished living space with 6 bedrooms.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but with a main floor master, which is awesome, I think.
Oh, that is really nice.
So
and it's beautiful. It's like mature trees
Yeah.
and a beautiful setting in the
Exactly.
back.
Yeah. So it's got a sunroom on the back of the house, so you can enjoy nature without having to sit in the hot sun.
Right, and the bugs.
And the bugs. Yeah, with all this rain, okay, we're bringing up.
We weren't going to talk about weather, but we are.
I know, sorry.
Yeah.
But we're living in the Midwest. We
Right.
talk about weather all the time. Yeah, it's going to be a little buggy, so that sunroom is kind of nice for that.
Yeah,
get away from bugs. So anyway, if you have any questions about neighborhood associations, what's a planned unit development and what isn't, and how that affects your loan process, we'd be happy to give you a call if you want to see this house up live and in person.
Give me a call. Yeah. All right. Stay out of the rain. Keep dry.
Bye.
Bye.